Hey there, it's been a while. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be grateful to you.
Will follows them, and Remy gives Electra the chase. Bill makes a shocking move with Luna. Luna tells Bill the story of how she murdered Tom and Hollis, and Ivy and Katie talk about the risks of deepfakes on today's Bold and the Beautiful. The deepfakes would never have happened, he says Electra at Remy's apartment, if only she felt the same way about him. He pledges that Will never put his filthy hands on her again. After he knees her in the groin, Electra bolts from the apartment and runs down the street, giving him the finger. Electra seeks out a phone signal while hiding in an alley. When she listens to Remy, he assures her that they can be friends. She continues running and finally gets a call from Will. Will informs Katie and Ivy at Forrester that Electra's life is under attack. According to Ivy, this has occurred previously in her home and is happening again. They question if it's the same individual. Will promises to hunt this guy and ensure he never hurts Electra again. Will try to inform Electra by text that she was not fired, but she has not responded. Ivy believes she is avoiding her phone because she is sad. Katie feels awful since she should have known Electra wouldn't pose for those images. Ivy says she realizes that she got caught up in a PR catastrophe but doesn't grasp why Katie didn't come to her. Katie didn't want Electra to feel humiliated, and it's her body to do what she wants with, so she wanted to keep this from getting out. She hopes whoever did this gets caught. In the design office, Will gets through to Electra on the phone to tell she's not fired and someone gave his mom deep fakes. She tells him that it's Remy and he's chasing her. She sends Will her location and he heads out after her on his bike. Remy corners Electra in a warehouse and begins playing a weird version of Marco Polo. He claims he just wants to explain and tells her to come out. Electra runs off again, and he pursues her. Will creeps in on Electra and Remy on his motorcycle. Electra ends up cornered on a roof by Remy. She tells him not to get closer. Will sees them on the roof and hurries up as Remy gets closer to Electra, who teeters near to going over the roof's railing. Back in the Forrester office, Ivy and Katie discuss how it should be unlawful to do what was done to Electra. Ivy said the apps are so new that the regulations haven't caught up. She further notes that the applications also make it tough to establish out who generated the photographs, and people are being harmed by deepfakes every day. Ivy says they can't let this happen to anyone else, and Katie pledges Forrester will push the word out about how deadly these deepfakes are. In prison, Luna laments to Bill that the ladies here are trying to get her. She knows she deserves to be locked up, but if she stays here, she'll die. She begs Bill to save her. First he has to know how she killed Hollis and Tom Starr. She says she has already confessed, but Bill wants the details of how she did it. He urges her to start with Starr. Luna says Tom was performing at Il Giardino and had one of those tumbler cups. She couldn't believe that Bum was her father, and he was going to confess everything. She flashes back to pouring fast-acting narcotic substance into his drink, and says he fell in the middle of his show. Bill asks how she got rid of Hollis, and again, he wants the facts. Luna adds she feels horrible about him, since he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. She explains that Hollis found Tom's rucksack and the letters pretending to be his father. She had to silence him to hide that Bill wasn't her father, and she killed Tom. She recalls poisoning his drink the same way while he was shutting the restaurant. It didn't take long for it to kick in, and we watch him collapse right in front of Luna in a state of disorientation. Right before he dies, he knows it was her that poisoned him. She doesn't understand why Bill wanted to hear this. He informs her, "I think you know why." Bill gets up and departs as Luna cries, "Please, I need you, I'm going to die in here." Later, the guards arrive and force Luna into transport chains, as she cries that she doesn't know what she did. She says she's sorry as they lead her through the halls, and she doesn't realize what is happening. She's then uncuffed and tossed out into a courtyard, where she sees Bill standing. She runs into his arms, crying, "Thank you," as he hugs her. Next on The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke and Ridge meet in a special repeat of an episode from the past. Will and Remy's shocking outcome, Electra face-off, comes to wild end. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Thursday, January 2nd, state that Spencer will step up for Electra Forrester when it counts now that he's found her in the thick of a perilous conflict with Remy Price. We should clarify that the show will run an encore episode on Wednesday, January 1st, but things will start up right where they left off when the current action resumes on Thursday, January 2nd. We'll manage to hunt Electra down, but the danger is far from done. It won't be long until Will hurls himself at Remy and transforms this into a confrontation between them instead. Remy will want to make Will pay for capturing Electra's heart and clear his own road to running away with her. Of course, Electra has no interest in going to New York with Remy, especially after all the deep fake tragedy that he's unleashed on her life.
Even still, Remy is crazy enough to think he can fix things, and may attempt to kidnap Electra if she won't go freely. Will can't allow that happen, so he'll get into a physical fight with Remy and do everything in his power to protect Electra. This fight will place numerous stories up, and B&B has already begun showing supporters the ground below and stressing the hazards of falling. As Will continues to play the hero, will he send Remy flying over the balcony and down with a splat? Meanwhile, viewers will be anxious to see more of Luna Nozawa and Bill Spencer now that she's been freed into his loving arms. Bill arranged for Luna to get out of jail, but it won't be quite that straightforward. Luna will have some tough regulations to follow now that she's no longer behind bars. But she'll just be glad that Bill would do something so incredible for her. This is just going to make Luna even more fascinated with Bill, especially because he'll very certainly be keeping a tight check on her at the Spencer estate. Bill may see hope for Luna's atonement, but our forecasts warn that she could unleash another round of turmoil sooner or later. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Luna's release news will spread in the coming episodes, so stay tuned for updates on all the response. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Luna's release creates chaos. The bold and the beautiful spoilers indicate Luna Nozawa may actually see the light of the day sooner than everyone thought. Dollar Bill Spencer's almost daughter has been begging him to help her get out of prison, and it appears like he may pull some strings for the murderess. Is Los Angeles ready for Luna again? The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Luna convinces Bill to help her when Bill Spencer sees his former daughter in jail this week. She will tug at his heartstrings when he notices she has been horribly battered by the other inmates. In actual life, no one is walking out of prison following a double killing. The bold and the beautiful plots continue to defy conventional sense, and weirder things have happened on daytime TV. The Forrester gang is going through a lot right now. Can they handle the return of Looney Luna? Steffi Forrester will have an axe to grind with her husband's cousin after she held her hostage in a cage. Steffi is hanging on by a thread after Carter and Hope's takeover. The release of the psychopath that kidnapped her could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. It might also generate some severe turmoil in the Shin marriage. B&B spoilers. Luna Nozawa needs help. No one has advocated for Luna Nozawa or acted on her behalf since she was jailed. Bill Spencer will have to face the wrath of everyone she hurt if he gets her out from prison. Deacon Sharp will likely have some choice words for the Spencer heir. After all, Luna killed 2 of his employees. The last thing Deacon feels she deserves is to be a free woman. Plus, rumor has it Sheila Carter will seek to exact retribution for Tom and Hollis, and Bill's faux daughter will have a massive target on his back. Is getting Luna released truly worth the headache that it will cause? How will everyone react to her getting liberated? Will they blame Bill Spencer? Will Luna Nozawa kill again? Will Luna be redeemed or unleash more terror? Bill's second chance too risky? The bold and the beautiful spoilers claim that Luna Nozawa got a shock when Bill Spencer actually accepted her request and got her out of jail. Luna was freed from her shackles and led to the prison transfer room, where Bill was waiting in a glowing light with open arms. Now that Bill has come to Luna's rescue, she'll have to play by his rules. Bill doesn't plan on just throwing Luna out into the world to wreak more turmoil. So she'll have to obey commands and prove she's a changed woman. Although Bill arranged for Luna's release, this may basically be a home arrest situation, where Bill has taken care of her. Regardless, Bill has worked out a fairly nice bargain for Luna as she no longer has to live life behind bars. The dilemma is, will Luna be redeemed or ultimately unleash more terror? Bill is giving Luna a dangerous second opportunity, so it'll be intriguing to see what the long-term goal is for her. Considering Luna's delighted reaction to Bill and Poppy Nozawa's divorce news, we've already seen hints that she's as manipulative as ever. It's challenging to buy Luna's victim act despite all her wounds and tears. There's no guarantee that the other convicts truly ganged up on Luna the way she says. It's certainly plausible that Luna pressed all the proper buttons only to get herself banged up enough to sell Bill this sob story. Whatever the case, Luna hasn't done anything to actually demonstrate that she's on a better path now. To be honest, Luna was a boring B&B character until she started drugging beverages and keeping Steffi Forrester in a cage. There's no reason to take Luna back into uninteresting territory at this point. The entire temporary insanity notion feels like a stretch, so redemption doesn't seem as likely as further manipulation and another opportunity to fall off the rails. Luna may play innocent and convince Bill she's changed for the better, but it's probably just a matter of time until she proves she's a dangerous troublemaker again. The bold and the beautiful spoilers claim more Luna shockers are brewing, so we'll bring you updates on any curveballs and predictions on the rest of her latest storyline. Will's rescue, Remy's brutal duel, Luna's impossible release. The bold and the beautiful spoilers state there is no new episode on New Year's Day. So what's occurring on Thursday, January 2nd, 2025? Next on the bold and the beautiful, it is teased that Will Spencer rides to Electra Forrester's rescue. When Will finds Electra, he will get into a brutal fight with Remy Price. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Electra Forrester cornered B&B spoilers for Thursday. January 2nd suggests that Electra manages to flee Remy's apartment after kneeing him between the legs. However, when Electra dashed down streets and through random buildings in LA, Remy followed her. At one point, Remy ran up to Electra and held her arms, preventing her from going anywhere. Electra's mind is still reeling from the latest findings. Electra knew she had a stalker but had no idea it was someone she trusted, someone she considered a dear friend. B&B spoilers. Will Spencer's rescue on Thursday, January 2nd, Will heads to the address that Electra sent him. However, Electra will no longer be there. Electra had to go through a warehouse and a factory after delivering Will that area. While Electra will still remain MIA, Will undoubtedly finds a clue. Eventually, Will goes to Electra and Remy. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Remy Price's brutal duel. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Thursday, January 2nd state that Will and Remy will have a duel. Both boys will insist that they are battling to save the Electra. Will understands he is shielding Electra from a deranged Remy. However, Remy sincerely feels he is saving Electra from Will and the Forrester family. It makes me question if there is a hidden connection between Remy and the Forresters. What does he know about the Forrester family? And why does he want Electra away from them so badly? There might be more to the story than romantic infatuation. B&B spoilers, Thursday, January 2nd, 2024 on Thursday, January 2nd. Fans might also see what occurs after Bill Spencer gets Luna Nozawa out of prison. First of all, how does a convicted serial killer walk out of prison just because Bill says so? Secondly, is Bill being serious right now? I can only picture how Will and Katie Logan's heads are going to roll when they find out about this. Which narrative are you looking forward to witnessing the most on Thursday, January 2nd, 2025? What does the future hold for Bill, Luna, Katie, and Will? What does the future hold for Remy, Electra, Ivy Forrester, and the other characters? Poppy fears for Bill's life as he helps Luna. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest that Bill Spencer has chosen to help Luna Nozawa get out of jail because he concerns for her safety. Unfortunately, it seems like Bill will take Luna to his home where he will be on house arrest. Poppy Nozawa fears that Bill could be putting his life in jeopardy. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Luna Nozawa is a murderer. The bold and the beautiful spoilers claim that Luna broke all lines when she went off the rails and killed Tom Starr and Paul Hollister. Luna claimed that she didn't want anything to damage the family her mother and Bill had made with her. However, Tom was determined to get to know his daughter. Luna needed Bill to believe that he was her father because she desired that sense of security. Luna sensed the truth was going to come out about Tom, so Luna chose to murder him and frame her mother, so she could have Bill all to herself. B&B spoilers. Bill Spencer was shocked by the truth. Bill was heartbroken to realize that Luna wasn't his daughter because he had grown to love her. Luna and Bill had gotten extremely close, and he wanted her to have the life she deserved as a child. However, once Bill found that he wasn't Luna's father, he still wanted to be there for her. Until Luna began to come onto him. Bill sincerely desired a future with Poppy, who he was astonished to see in Los Angeles. Poppy and Bill hadn't seen each other in years, but he still felt that connection. Bill didn't know what to do when Poppy was arrested for murder. Luna did such a fantastic job framing her mother that Bill began to believe she was guilty. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Is Bill Spencer Indiana danger? Bill has brought Luna back into his house and vows to help her as much as he can. Unfortunately, it seems that Luna could wind up getting friends with Remy Price, and that could be bad. Remy has already been revealed to be a stalker, and these two might be dangerous. Could Luna turn on Bill and attack him? If Luna could kill her buddy as well as her biological father, what is there to stop her from going after the man who is attempting to save her? Luna has proved that she can turn at a moment's notice and attack anyone. Will Bill be her next target? Remy chases Electra across LA with Will in pursuit, and Luna is released into Bill's arms. Today on Bold and the Beautiful, Will hunts for Electra. Luna reveals her killings to Bill, and Ivy tells Katie she should have consulted them before firing Electra. At Forrester, Will, Katie, and Ivy speak about how devastated Electra was by the phony nudes back home. She came to LA to get away from that, and now it's happening again. Will pledges to find the bastard and finish this. He texts Electra with no response. She generally replies right away. After her son takes off, Katie says she should have known that Electra would never pose for images like that. Ivy recognizes she merely wants to safeguard the firm, but she should have come to her straight. Katie didn't want Electra to be disgraced if they were real. She doesn't know who would be sick enough to do this. They discuss about how scary notification apps and how there are so few regulations against them because they are new. They wonder who may be behind this. People are destroyed by deepfakes every day. They remark about how powerful Electra is and how this can't happen to anyone else. Ivy admires how caring and conscientious Will is. She can see he loves Electra. Katie flops her head around and rolls her eyes. In his place, Remy shuts the door and tells Electra that none of this would have happened if she felt the same way about him as he does about her. When he informs her that Will never get his hands on her, she knees him in the groin and runs out the door. Yowling, he stumbles after her as she jogs down the street. He yells at her to stop. She stops. He stops. She wrinkles her nose and starts running again. She hides behind a trash and tries getting a signal on her cell. She ducks away as Remy shouts out, suggesting they can still be friends. Will phones her and she tells him Remy is after her. He tells her to send her location, and he's on his way. She dives into a skyscraper. Will climbs on his bike and starts driving. Remy enters the warehouse and calls Marco to Electra. She starts fleeing and he chases after her. They sprint through a factory until he finally corners her. Grabbing her arms, he begs her for a chance away from the forestos. Will arrives calling her name. She yells for aid. At the prison, Luna tells Bill that the other inmates keep pounding her and spitting on her. If she doesn't get out of there, she will die. Bill will only help her if she tells him exactly how she killed Tom and Hollis. She says she already confessed. He wants the information. She claims it's dreadful. He insists this is the only way he will help. Tears flow down her face as she tells how she poisoned Tom at Il Giardino. She couldn't believe that Baum was her father. She drugged him. He slumped, and that was it. He makes her do Hollis next. She admits she feels guilty about that, but she had to hush him because he found the letters from Tom exposing her parentage. He was closing up Il Giardino one night, and that's when she spiked his water. It kicked in almost immediately, and she watches him die. Giving him more water. She thought her secret was safe with him gone. Bill gets up as she yelps at him to save her. He glares at her and goes. Moments later, guards burst in and cuff her as she demands to know what's going on. The soldiers take her to the surface elevator and then uncuff her before dumping her outside. Bill arrives in a beam of light. She runs into his arms.
Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.